Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have the Star Wars Black Series Ashoka Tano, or Ahsoka Tano. I never know how to say her name, Ashoka or Ahsoka, I don't know. But I have the Ahsoka Tano from the Star Wars Black Series. I just fully repeated myself completely. Not even a single word of that was different from the previous sentence. It was just in a different order. Yeah, no, this show came out a while ago. I did not finish it because I kind of got bored. And that's kind of been the story with a lot of the more recent Star Wars projects. I just started. I'm like, this is good. And then I just stopped watching because, I don't know. I haven't been into Star Wars since I first got into Star Wars. So it's been really one of those things. It's just kind of hard to but the action figures are still cool. So I'm very excited for this figure. I guess I don't know. I don't know anything about Ahsoka. I never watched the Clone Wars. Just know her from the Mandalorian, which is what this specific figure is from. It says right there, the Mandalorian. If it'll focus, does it just not autofocus? Do I have to adjust the focus every time? Potentially. New camera, new life. I have to figure this out. But yes, let's go ahead and get into it before I embarrass myself any further. This is the front of the box with the Star Wars Black Series logo on the top and the Star Wars The Mandalorian, the specific series this is from. Ahsoka Tano. On the side of the box, you have this weird window right here. I don't get it. I guess for display purposes, though I don't know if this is really a great way to display your figures. On the back of the box, you have this nice, wonderful looking artwork of Ahsoka Tano. Specifically, I don't know, this is Rosario Dawson, right? But it looks like it's from like a comic book or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what they do to get their artwork for their shows, so it's from something, 19, Star Wars The Mandalorian, whatever that means. Then there is the same artwork that's on the back of the box, on the side of the box, on this little angled area right here, and now we're back to the front of the box, so we can go ahead and transition to the figure. Okay, so this is pretty much all you get. Obviously, you don't get too much. I don't think I've ever seen... Okay, yeah, those are just going to fall off. I don't think I've ever seen a Star Wars figure with alternate hands before. They come with weapons, lightsabers. That's about it. I don't think I've ever seen a single Star Wars figure with a set of hands, a new head, something like that. But it does come with these two lightsabers here. Obviously, the long one goes with the long one. The short one goes with the short one. So you just plug it in to the hilt. I guess I should make it so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So you just plug it in to the hilt like so. And then when you don't want the blade in the hilt, just pull it right on out, plug it back in. So we have both of these. Refocus. Focus on just the one thing. There we go. So we have both of these right here. One is long, one is short, obviously, because that is her lightsabers. They're both white, which look very, very cool. I like these a lot, but that is it. They don't really look very interesting. Let me try. It's like a timing thing. Closer, further away. Hold on. I'm gonna get there. I guess I could manually do it. No, that is not a thing I can do. I have that feature turned off. This has been an awful video so far. Closer. There we go. Yeah, they're not incredibly interesting to look at. They're not super highly detailed. I guess they look pretty good for how small they are. If I can get the other one in here as well. They look cool. They're just, I don't know, nothing special. It's not like I like these more than like the regular old Obi-Wan, Luke like lightsabers, stuff like that. Hers look fine, I guess, is just the way you would describe it. As far as Ahsoka herself goes, she of course looks very like herself, with the nice head thing. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It's not a headdress, it's just the way they look, isn't it? And then her attire, of course, with the nice baggy pants. I do like the way that looks, and the sash over her vest type thing. Her armbands. The detail on this thing looks really really stunning. I like the sculpt work and the way everything looks. Of course, it's very nice. Can I just auto? Can we just auto focus, please? And then she has the more typical, what would these be? It's like your High Republic era armor on her boots because, you still got to keep up with the tradition, I guess. What she would have worn back in the day before the fall of the Republic. I don't know anything about Star Wars. I'm trying to learn, but it's just so hard. There's so much, and it's so all over the place. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying so hard. I'm trying to figure out mostly about the Republic era, because we have all of the, like, the Vader stuff and all of that, the fall of the Jedi and all that. But I'm trying to figure out more about the specifically, I guess, the High Republic era, and let's see, Jedi Survivor. There's a huge section on it in the game where you like save a robot who is from that era, and it's full of the technology and environments that would be from that era, and it's super fun. But I'm just trying to figure out the context of everything. Not that that's relevant to this in any way. But she looks really cool. I love the detail on her face, if I can get it to, do that. Her face looks really, really nice. Just, there we go. The sculpt work, everything, the paint work really, really looks good. Her arms, all of this stuff looks great. I absolutely adore the way she looks. So I'm very excited for her being on my collection just from the looks alone. This is horrible. I really gotta like do something with the way the focus works here. I guess we can move on to articulation because this whole review is just falling apart. Head, I don't expect much from the head, honestly, because of the way this is, and it's a hard plastic. It's not a soft plastic, so going back, not at all. Forward, maybe just a little bit, wiggle side to side just a little bit. Can you please focus? Wiggle just a little bit, rotates. It would rotate all the way around if it could. It looks like it's on, it's on the ball joint on the head, and then in the lower neck area is another section of articulation. The arms, hold on, I think I turned the neck a little bit. Now it looks a little wonky. Let me pop that off. No, that's how it's supposed to be. It just looks a little wonky. Pop that back in. There we go. The arms come up to about right there, which is fine. Rotates all the... Actually, that's a butterfly joint. Butterfly joint, like so, and like so. Pop it down, rotates all the way around like so. Not double jointed, it's single jointed, and it goes pretty deep for a single joint. And then it also has the swivel at the elbow, which I don't know if I prefer this over your double jointed elbow. I think both have their merits, both offer you something cool and something unique. I think I would like to see Marvel attempt something like this just to see what it offers us, because like on a certain figure you don't need double jointed elbows, but you could use something like that, I would say, right? I'm trying to think of like a specific figure that would work for, and I'm thinking like maybe, I don't know, like a Wolverine or somebody who uses a sword a lot, like maybe a Gambit would work. Actually, they've done this on the Gambit. You know what? What am I talking about? We've seen this. I just now remembered we've seen this before on Marvel Legends, so totally useless rant over. Wrist goes, it looks like it goes down, but it's so thin. It goes down. I don't want to break it though. Down and up just a little bit, because when you're holding your sword you go like that instead of like that, which makes sense. So both hands I would assume do that because there are no alternate hands. As far as ab crunch goes, back, you know what, that's decent. Forward, that's also decent. Wiggle side to side. It's on one of those ab torso areas, which I like. I appreciate that. It works. Add the legs into it. Let's see. That gives us about 90, a little less. There's a little curvature, but you know, for how big her legs are, I wouldn't have expected this much. So that's pretty decent. Of course, going further on down, things get a little bit more weird because of her specific legs. So you have your swivel at the thigh. Actually, her legs go way back, too. Let's start there. Actually, where's her waist technically at? I think this is supposed to be her waist. So that turns all the way around like so. And then her legs move back and forward. Swivel here at this area. I'm trying to make it so you can see. Swivel there, and then you can swivel it back. So it kind of, I like the way they did that. It kind of covers the joint when it's turned in. But then again, why would, well, there's no lower, no, you can turn there. So I'm trying to think, why would you need it to turn up high? You know what, that does offer a little bit. Okay, so I see what they were doing. You got the splits like so. It doesn't rotate all the way around though. Well, okay, that's a lie. It rotates until it hits the butt, and then that's it. Because this is raised, so it can't rotate all the way around, but it would if it wasn't raised all the way up. So interesting design choice. Though I think they could have gotten away if they just had this cut right here and then kept this flowing bit all the way up there. Well, I don't know. That would have made it look kind of like have a cut, but then this hides it. I don't know. And I'm also lifting it way too high, so you can't really see what I'm talking about. There were options here, and I think the options that they went with work. Overall, I think positive ideas were implemented on these legs. For such an interesting looking set of legs, I think they went with the best choice. So you do have a single jointed knee that comes up to about right there, which is actually about what I would want out of these. They also rotate just like the thighs do. Limited, of course, once you run into the edges of the pants. But, you know, pretty decent there. No boot cut, though, which I guess this cut's so low. Why would you need a boot cut as well? And then a toe hinge is like so. Wow, that's really good. And then like so. And that is Ashoka. Ahsoka, however you say it. Hard figure to review. That's why it's been sitting on my box of things I gotta unbox for so long, because I'm like, how do I talk about a character I know nothing about? But this is a cool character, and I'm glad to have it. I don't think I mentioned I got this from Ross for like $5. That's specifically why I have this. Otherwise, I probably would have skipped on it, just because I don't have that level of attachment. Where would she hold this? Probably where the black bit is. Would she hold it like that? With her fingers over the black bit? But that looks a little off. Would you do it on this side too? Just have them curve up like that? I don't know. That's, it kind of works. It's a little goofy looking, I'll be honest. Her lightsabers are a little goofy, but, you know, I think it's a cool figure. I think, for what it is, I'm happy with it. I'm glad I own it, I suppose. I'm not sad I own it, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys... Is this good? Star Wars fans, is this good? Let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe. All the things YouTubers ask you to do. Just do it for me as well, please. And then, you know, I'll be back with another video. God, I don't think I should upload this. Bye.